Good morning and welcome to Podcasts from the Pit. I'm Casey. With me, as always, is Eric, Hillbilly Harbor, Gary from Chapels and System Motor Pod, and join us for the first time, Mark from Talking Joe. How are you guys today?
Hey.
I always love that. This is great. You're one of the people who I was not intimidated because you're always nice to me every time I see you. But I'm always like, man, he wouldn't want to come on. But asked and it worked out. So, I mean, hey, this is great.
And last year at Joe Fest when I met you, you walked up to me and started talking to me. I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. He's talking to me. Hey.
But,
Yeah. All I remember from Joe Fest was Mark was the biggest ball breaker. And it was just, I'll never forget dinner with Mark. I'm not sitting next to him again this year.
Right.
Man, what? Okay,
we're just enabling each other. It's like Gary was like, I got this stuff. You really want it? And I've got this stuff. You probably want this too. And it's like,
No, it's just like I ordered an appetizer and it's just like it came out like a second meal. And Mark's like, really? You had to eat 2 dinners today?
because we're American, that's what we do. Our portions are crazy.
That's why I'm shaped like a teardrop. I'm chunky.
Let's see who's in the chat real quick. Let's start off with Larry. Good morning, Larry.
Guten Tag, Larry.
Joe Hunter 73. Good morning, Wes.
Morning, Wes.
Hey, Wes.
Chad Joe Features, which is Larry. Good morning.
Morning.
Let's see. A lot of chatting. Here we go. Joe A. Raw. Smash that like button. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, buddy.
We had a pretty good show Wednesday night, me and Joe, talking about the background characters that companies are putting out now. It's great for toy photography. G.I. Jetman. Good morning, buddy.
Oh, yeah, Jez is in the house.
Let's see. Todrick. Charlotte, North Carolina. Nice. There's Atom Bomb all the way from Glasgow.
Morning, big man.
Hold on. Todd Casey. No, it's a little bit smaller than Masterverse. Anything Joe's. Good morning.
Hey,
Greg.
Yorktown Joe. Good morning.
now we know.
One End Toys. Good morning.
Best editor I've ever seen.
Yes, I love it. Wreck Ship Ahoy.
Ahoy, me matey.
Ronnie Trick Shot, the legend himself. Peter Moline. Good morning. Hey, Beta Ray Bob. Good morning.
Morning, Bob.
And he says hi, Gary. Joe Fan. Good morning.
Hey, Joe Fan.
How much you want to bet Joe Fan's at work?
Poor devil.
He works so much. Hey, guys. Good morning.
Gaz has probably got his classified Hydro Viper in his hand.
Plastic Mercenary. Good morning. And rounds us up where we're at. Oh, here we go. One more. Crash. Good morning, buddy.
Hey, Crash. Hope everybody's doing good down there, man. They had a massive tornado hit down there.
Ooh,
Jacked everything up.
that's not good.
No.
Hope everybody's okay. It's catching up. And he says, yes, we are okay. Good. I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to get going this morning. I've worked so much this week. I'm tired, but I'm excited. Let's pull through. Hillbilly, you got anything new today?
Yes. Before I show off my new stuff, I got some housekeeping to do. I want to give a huge mega ultimate shout out to G.I. Joe Features for every time we do a show we posted, we're doing a show. That guy throws it up, shares it. Want to shout him out. Thank you so much for the help, buddy. We couldn't do it without you. And I want to also give Foot 1212 a shout out as well, because he does the same thing for us. And you know,
Sure.
it means a lot. It means a lot to have people that dedicated to you. So now into the goodies. So not a
So
big
what you
Funko
got?
Pop guy, but I got this the other day. Superman in the Fortress of Solitude.
Dude.
And then I got Batman in the Batmobile.
That's cute.
So I got this, and then have I told you all we had Kirk Bazigian on? And he told me he's a really good friend of mine now. We're like best BFFs, and he told me Batman killed Superman. So whenever I got this, I cried a little bit.
Killed G.I. Joe.
Yeah, killed G.I. Joe. Sorry, my head's full of mucus and hate right at the moment. But yeah, Batman killed G.I. Joe. I cried, and then out of the vault, I opened up the vault this morning. This guy right here. Somebody gave
Oh,
this guy, and I didn't have an appreciation for him until I actually had him in hand. He is so freaking cool. And after what I do for a living, he makes me so he's the perfect work buddy.
so you almost need to get a custom head.
Yeah.
Put your head
And
on that
then-
body, dude.
Yeah. And then the other thing out of the vault is a Alpha One Creations custom. I call him A1C. So that's all I got. That's all I got.
My A1C was not good last time.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Mine wasn't either. This
But it'll-
A1C is perfect.
It'll be better next time.
Yeah.
Mark, you
That's
got
what I
anything you
keep
want to
telling
show off?
myself.
Oh yeah, I do have loot this week.
Awesome.
So there was a Super 7 web store sale. And so I went there looking for one thing and just got sucked in and bought loads of other things. So the big one was this thing.
Hmm.
This is a
Nice.
Storm Shadow.
Yeah.
Where are we? Arashikage branded rucksack. So
That's fancy.
with some G.I. Joe branding, etc. So yeah, quite fancy, quite a big impulse. And
Oh, yeah.
like Santa, what have I got in my sack? So we've got one of these, the Cobra Commander comic book pack, Reaction
Yeah.
Plus.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I'd had my on that one, but hadn't pulled the trigger. So that's cool. I hope they do a lot more of these because they're very cool. I got some merch. So that one is the Cold
Cold
Slither
Slither.
T-shirt. They yeah, Super 7 do good merch. And I got, not from Super 7, but from a bookstore, the G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero Deluxe, is it that way around? Deluxe edition, collecting the first few issues of the Skybound era, so 301 through to 310. So that's the first arc drawn by Chris Mooneyham, and the first arc drawn by Paul Pelletier. And so it's just like really nice representation of the issues, and smells nice. It's got that new book smell, but the big draw, as well as like it being really nice and looking nice on your bookshelf, is it's got like the sort of virgin covers without logos in the back, and then it's got some behind the scenes. So a good example. So it's got like some designs and layouts and all of that kind of stuff.
That's awesome.
That is
So
cool.
yeah, it's a little bit pricey for what it is, but I had some book tokens to use up, so I was like, what can I use those to get? And splash out on one of those. So
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
it's a
great.
nice package. It's a nice package.
So Adam Baum wants to know where you're from. He's from Scotland.
Yeah, I grew up in London and live in Brighton on the south coast of England. So the sea is, I don't know, that away. 30-minute walk.
Wow.
Nice. Gary, you got anything you want to show off?
Well, I actually have something that's just out of reach where I am at the moment. But yeah, I haven't really been buying much. I have a G.I. Joe Humvee from the Big Shoulder era.
Okay.
So that's just off of camera, and the way I'm situated now, I'm not in my basement anymore. So
I noticed that.
Yeah, it's a total wreck down there. But the only other thing that I have unboxed, because I have to do social media posting every once in a blue moon. I got my book.
Nice.
I will say this: I learned from doing this book that I would not want to work for myself. And I will say Josh is the most patient boss I've ever had in my life. And he put up with so many shenanigans for me. I'll just say he's one of the best guys in the biz. But yeah, got my book. Yay! With After Action Report. So
yeah, it's awesome.
And don't bury the lead. You've got your name on the front cover of that book, right?
Yeah. I edited it, and
that's awesome.
I complained to like everybody that would listen, including Josh, and it was a lot of work. it was really a lot of work between my regular job being trying to be a super dad, and then trying to find like a couple hours here and there to work on the book. And then at the end of the day, it just turned into like college, and you just crash for one weekend, and then you get it all done. And then FedEx comes in handy, and it's all done.
Yeah. I mean, it's also, we haven't recorded together in a long time.
No, it's you're Casey, you're in my schedules just aren't meshing at all lately. So
yeah,
that's life, and I think
I miss it. I always have a good time with you. Hope we can do it again soon.
Yeah. Just what's up,
Where can one pick up said book?
Oh, afteractionreport.net. And I know Josh right now is working on the next book. and it's with Greg Augustin. So if you're familiar with what Greg Augustin's been doing with the After Action Report guys, then you know what the next book's going to be.
Will
It's
that
be
be
another in the Command Files series? Yeah, he's going to be announcing it soon. I don't want to steal that thunder from Josh and Greg. I know
he soft announces it every interview he's on.
Right.
Okay. So it's but yeah, so Command Files 3 is coming out, and I know I got some work to do on that one.
Yeah.
But
Zazel says an editor and super handsome. Lucky.
As the kids do.
Awesome.
So and I imagine if anyone at Joe Fest, Joshua will have a big table full with a stack of these to
okay.
Yeah.
I might have to get one.
Yeah.
And get it personally signed by the editor-in-chief.
Yeah, I got two booths now because I got the media booth. Like, I think Mark, are you doing the media booth again this year?
I hope so.
Yeah, I know Ed likes to talk to Casey because I ask Casey things, and Casey's like, "Oh yeah, I talked to Ed. It's like, yeah, everything's all set." And I'm like, "Really? You talked to Ed?"
Yeah.
I'm glad to know I'm not the only one.
Ed's awesome.
No, don't get me wrong. Ed is an awesome guy. I love Ed. But it's just like, it's funny. He talks to you, and I'm like reaching out. Okay, he didn't respond to me on Facebook Messenger. He didn't respond to me on Instagram. And then eventually, like 3 weeks later, he's like, "Oh, Gary, sorry, missed your message." I'm like,
"Oh yeah, he's a busy man. This is, I imagine, leading up to Joe Fest is just crazy for him. He always puts together a great show.
Yeah.
The only thing that makes me sad about this year is a lot of our friends aren't going. I don't know if it's due to gas prices or other life issues, but Just so you know, I mean, Matt's not even going this year. This is the first time me and Matt is not going to be at Joe Fest together. So it'll be different, but it'll be fun. I know we'll have a good time. We'll still have a lot of friends with us. A lot of first time. You're a friend. And
You
they,
special.
Thanks for confirming that, Casey. We weren't sure.
We got some first time Joe Fest goers, so
Yeah.
it should be a good time. Let's see. I did get a few things that probably nobody's interested in, but I'm gonna show it off anyway because I like it. Let's see. Hello. Hi. I did a review on the Chronicles version, but this is the kids version of Battle Cat.
That's so cool.
So I won't do a review on him, but I will get him out of his box. And something that me and a couple friends are working on, I got some Deep Space Nine figures. I love Star Trek, and Deep Space Nine is the greatest Star Trek. I got Thomas Riker. Major Kira. Gul Dukat. He's like one of the best villains in any TV show. And Odo. Now, looking at the price, it's pretty much the same price I could have got it for in 1992 or 95, whichever these came out. But we're getting ready to do something with these, so it should be a good time.
While we're on you, Casey, what do you think of the He-Man merch, and specifically popcorn buckets and drinking swords?
You know, I'd probably take all of it. It's G.I. Joe and Motu. They're right there for me. So this is a good time to be Casey, I guess.
I was just seeing the videos. It's like, that can't be real. You've got a Castle of Grayskull popcorn bucket with working drawbridge and an integrated drink thing as one of the towers. And then there's a sword and, screw off the top of the sword and you've got fit a lot of drink in there.
I just hope that the movie's really good because they're supposed to be sticking closer to the lore. So if that's the case, and it does well, maybe G.I. Joe will stick closer to the lore in their next movie. So, I mean, let's all hope it does well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good point.
And G.I. Jetman says he just subbed to Talking Joe.
Hey, thank you.
Awesome. We are so close to 500. It's just watching it crawl.
What's the best is when you're like, you're almost there and you go, just a couple more and then I'm going to tick over to another round number and then the number goes down. It's like, okay, right.
That happens.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Happens
we're
a
so
lot.
close. Yeah.
And Zazel is in the chat. He's saying that he'll be back at Joe Fest. He must be the one of the furthest travelers. Is Ronnie from that direction as well?
He is, but he won't be back till 27.
Uh-huh.
Him and Shark Eyes both. So looking forward to 27. Hoping, we'll get a few others like Campbell from New Zealand. I'm hoping he comes. It'd be a good time. So I've made so many friends on here that don't live in the United States that really the only chance to hang out with them is if they come to Joe Fest.
I'm the opposite. I've made friends in the United States, and the only time I get to see them is going to Joe Fest. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be awesome. So it'd be great to see you again this year. You want to now, Talking Joe's been around a long time, right? As a show.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Hillbilly was reminding me that it started in 2018. I think I was listener number 1 and Hillbilly was listener number 2.
Maybe.
And I think I joined. I was good friends with Chief, so I sort of behind the scenes that he involved in giving giving feedback and commenting on every episode from episode 1. But then I sort of joined about 2 years in, and then when Chief dropped out, I sort of became the lead guy and brought in Tim, and we've been going strong since then. Since it was sort of started from for Tim as a kind of a lockdown thing, as a nice sort of weekly distraction, but has kept with it, even though he can get out of his house and do other things now, which is a nice testament.
Well, I'd really like to go to his comic shop too. That would be awesome.
Where's this shop located at?
Boston.
Oh,
Yeah, just near
It's
Boston.
a suburb, right?
Somerville, Hub Comics.
Okay, that would be a trek for me.
Oh yeah. But maybe sometime if me and the wife ever go to see the Reds play the Red Sox, maybe we'd swing by there. We go to a lot of baseball games, and we like taking away trips. So that way I can do a couple of things I want to do also, and she's cool with it.
Be a good
Which, by the
excuse to have
way,
lobster.
Just real quick to talk about this guy. We took my granddaughter to her birthday was Sunday, and we left Pittsburgh at like 3 a.m. to be in Louisville at a decent hour to take her out to get her toys. My wife got me this toy, and she got her a toy. So me and my granddaughter are getting toys together. I hope that happens for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So 2018, who's all been on there? Was started with Chief, and who else?
It was Chief and Ben who started off, and they were sort of like childhood friends, and sort of recapturing the nostalgia together. And Ben was there for about 20 or so episodes. And then the next person to join was Chris McLeod off of the Full Force podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And Chief has a sort of an expression is sort of break and replace. So he has a co-presenter on for a few episodes, then he breaks them and replaces them with a new one. And then Steve Jubber off of Joburg joined for a good chunk. And then he dropped off in when they were sort of covering the IDW era, because it wasn't really his sort of flavor of what he enjoyed from Joe Comics, which is when I came on board. I was like, oh, pick me. And
I think I was doing that too at the same time. I was like, ee.
And I said, I'll edit. And he said, if you'll edit and do all the hard work, then certainly.
I was like, I won't edit. He's like, yep, you suck.
So yeah, sort of. I joined then and started doing all the hard work. He turned up for the hour plus recording, and I sort of did the several hours plus editing. And then when he dropped off, we sort of, I guess the basis of the show initially was start with G.I. Joe Real American Hero issue number 1, and talk about an issue or several per episode, and then it got to the end of the Marvel run, continued on into the IDW run with 155 and a half. And then when we got up to essentially present day, he was like, yeah, I think I've had enough now. So, if you want to keep on going with it, then do that. And I had literally just done an interview with Tim Finn about his fandom for Joe and his long gestating G.I. Joe book project that he started in 2001. And is coming close to fruition and completion and all the rest of it. So we got on really well. And so when I sort of got handed the reins, I was like, I wonder if Tim would be interested in joining as a co-host. And he said yes. Like, he was encouraged by his wife. He's like, you're going a little bit insane, rattling about the house with nothing to do during this lockdown. It's probably going to be healthy for you to actually talk to someone.
You guys do it.
Therapy.
Yeah,
I might be
job
paraphrasing.
together.
So he joined then, and we've been going, I guess, like 5 years, pretty much every single week. We've across the history of Talking Joe, we sort of drop a new episode every Thursday, and we've literally only missed like 1 or 2 weeks where we've not released an episode. And try and do a little bit of preparation so that there isn't gaps and that kind of stuff. So sometimes we'll have like with the comics, they might create what they call an inventory issue, which is when they've got scheduling snafus, they can drop in a pre-prepared issue. We have some inventory episodes that hopefully can then drop in if we miss a record or something like that and life gets in the way. So been pretty regular.
Yeah, when I discovered you guys, it was you and Tim. So that's the only Talking Joe I know, and I've enjoyed it. Sometimes I can't watch the review because I haven't read the comic yet, and I'm like, oh, they're so quick on these. But then I'll go back and I'll try to catch it. But I like some of the love some of the ones you do where you're talking to people about. I think one of my favorites was this guy has a lot of the original art to like G.I. Joe 21.
Yep.
Stuff like that is just like, wow. I would love to have, not necessarily 21. I know it's iconic, but there's other issues out there that I would love to have original art from. So those are all cool.
Yeah, that was a cool conversation. He's a super big art collector, Gene. Mm-hmm. This is in New York, and he was lucky enough to own the entire G.I. Joe issue number 21. So we got on with him to talk about his story and sort of what G.I. Joe means to him, how he came by these pages, and then we just took the opportunity to kind of do a page by page look at the original art and sort of discuss the story and stuff. So it was a way of kind of covering the issue and doing a deep dive into how cool the issue was essentially, and what the genius of Harmer in creating that issue, and just coming at it from a different angle. So it was really fun.
Yeah, that issue was genius. But sometimes, and I don't want to step on people's toes or say anything, I think they're going to the well too much with all the silent stuff that they're putting out. I want to read when I read a comic. Once or twice, great. But putting out entire series of no words and no.
Yeah, they're beating that horse to death.
After a while, it seems lazy. But I mean, I don't make comics, so who am I to say? I'm just a guy that buys them.
Yeah. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work, and sometimes you're somewhere in the middle. But it's quite a well-worn kind of storytelling device in the world of G.I. Joe now. So it doesn't feel fresh and exciting in quite the same way that it did back in whatever it was, 1984 or whenever. I would be more than happy for them to give the silent issue a little bit of a rest for a while.
Yeah, let's spread it out some. Let's make it special again. Not this.
That said, G.I. Joe issue number 21 that came out last month in the Energon universe, that was great. And G.I. Joe 321 that came out a few months ago with the art by Chris Mooneyham, I thought it was also great. So and of the silent month that has just been in April, where we had 5 new silent issues. Some were better than others. I thought the Crimson Guard issue, and I think a lot of people agreed, that was really, really strong. That was a really, really good story. So if you've been on the fence and didn't get any of the silent issues from April, seek out the Crimson Guard one, because that's up there with amongst the best G.I. Joe comics, I'd say.
So Yorktown Joe has a question for you. He says, looking forward to thoughts on the Firefly silent issue, as there was a lot going on there. And I need to hear thoughts of you and Tim on it. No spoilers. just raise some questions.
Yeah. Do you want to flash up that image just on screen? The one that's sitting in the. There we go. It's a nice segue. Silent Missions Firefly will be our next episode. Awesome. So we'll be doing the review of that live at 1 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. UK time, and then posting it as an audio-only episode next
Aw.
Thursday. So yeah, if you want to get into all of the details of Silent Missions Firefly, that is the place to go. I have thoughts. Close to 2 hours worth of thoughts.
Nice. Nice.
And Mark, I'll just tell you as a vehicle guy, I'm really happy with the image you chose for your thumbnail.
It's always a joy when they just introduce a seldom seen vehicle,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you're like, I can't even remember if that exists. It's that obscure.
Yeah, I like obscurity. I like those Easter eggs. And I will say this, like we all know, the silent stuff is getting. I'm tired of the silent treatment for my GI Joe.
Right.
But like you said, when it works, and when it doesn't, it leaves you like we could have done something different rather than just retreading old ground.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes you'll read one and be like, this is okay, but do you know what would have made it better? Words.
I was like
Russ
that
Wooten.
with the Beachhead one. The Beachhead one was
Right.
fine, but if you would have put an actual story to go along with that, it could have been great. But that's just my opinion.
Mhm.
They know what they're doing. They get paid to do it.
Yeah, it's like the first time was 21, and then the next time was when Hama changed it up with SFX, and I want to say that was 86 or 88, issue 88.
Somewhere.
And it was special at that time because it was 5 years on. It's 5.5 years on. And he did something a little bit different. He put sound effects in rather than, the word balloons. And that was special. And now it's just like it is. And I hate saying this. I think Skybound next April is going to do another round of silent issues.
Oh, I'm sure.
Silent issues Dreadnoks, silent issues Iron Grenadiers.
Yeah, if they do
Ooh,
Dreadnoks, though, it will have to be
Star Brigade.
multiple.
It's case they can't hear you.
Yeah, if they do Dreadnoks, they'll have to do more issues because they have to spell out DREADNOKS. Is that, if I spelled that right, that would be 9 or so issues. But there's lots on Dreadnoks, so yeah. I hopefully that if they do something similar, they'll mix it up and not, maybe do something other than silent.
No, I believe some characters just need words. You are correct. Hey,
Can I be a
Viper
dissenting
Mike.
opinion on that? Can I
Yeah.
be a dissenting opinion on that one? I think it comes down to the artist at that point. If you get a good artist, if they can convey emotion and attitude with the eyes, like the Rod Wiggum is my earliest example of an artist that could really, make a furrowed brow or something, and to be able to emote like Cobra Commander in a hood, just get that body attitude. It can be done with the right artist. Some artists, can't do that, or they just don't capture it in that page.
Yeah, Tom Riley, he can make Cobra Commander emote in a battle mask.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
so-
And Mooneyham's awesome too. They've had some really good artists on this, but like not every artist can do it either.
Like Zazel's comments, I'll take a Sergeant Slaughter loud issue. Maybe next year will be G.I. Joe Real American Hero Loud Month, and they just have
I think
the
our
loudest
screaming.
characters making lots of noise. Yeah.
You should ask the Sarge to just letter the issue, because I love it when he signs the comic books. So it's just like getting just a letter every panel.
He seems to take a real sense of pride in signing and breaking out all of the different colored pens, and he invests a portion of himself into that signature, whereas some signatures are like that could have been a fly that sort of fell in an inkwell and has crawled out, and in its dying breath has just crawled across the page and made a mark of some description, but it's not pretty.
Yeah.
So I like a nicely formed signature. Yeah.
Like Hama's, Larry Hama's signature is perfect.
Yeah.
Bob McLeod is a good one.
Wiggum again.
Yeah.
So one thing about the Hama run now and Skybound is the artist, he keeps going back and forth. Mooningham and who's the other one? Starts with P.
Mooneyham and Pelletier, and they've also got Cronky on the book at the moment as well. He's done about 4 at this stage.
All the art is beautiful. It doesn't, to me, it doesn't matter who's doing it as long as they keep those styles going. And it takes a long time to draw a comic, so having them switch back and forth is smart business. But the art is so beautiful that I feel like none of them miss a step. It's just, I love it. I wish more comics would do that.
Yeah, and I hope, and it's good that they've, as a company, I think they sort of take their artists seriously and are sort of willing to invest in getting good art, but also with the relaunch, it's been that successful that the prestige of being on a G.I. Joe book is a little bit higher than maybe it was. So I think artists are probably more willing to work on the book from that factor, but also probably paid a little bit more than they have been in previous eras.
Sure. Yeah. Yep. Let's see. You want to go through some of these slides real quick?
Yeah, sure. Why not? So the first one up there is we're back at Joe Fest. There's me and Tim and I don't know, some photobomber guy. I don't know who that was. And so
he was so happy to meet you guys.
We let him take a photo with us. It's like, can't you see we're talking? Okay, right. If you want a selfie, you can have a selfie. Fine. Be good to be back for June. Sort of like highlight of the year, really. So this will be my 3rd, and it's sort of immediately afterwards. Just looking forward to the next year. It's like nothing else. Although last year I did get COVID, so
I got sick last year too.
Yeah.
I thought it was just con crud. It might have been COVID. I don't know.
Yeah, I was sick as a dog for a week, and I did actually test myself. So that wasn't great. But I guess collateral damage. Don't regret going, despite that. Yeah, and
Ronnie and Adam got sick too.
Oh dear.
Guess who didn't?
And the previous year, we had a nightmare with traveling back as well. We had our plane was cancelled, and so we had to basically wait a whole day at the airport waiting for the return flight the following day. So that was also eventful. It was just a bit crazy because they were just useless at communicating when the flight might be. So we're like literally kind of on tenterhooks for the whole period. Like we could find out that we've got a plane ready and need to get going anytime. But anyway, that's a bit of an aside. We're gonna raise our game. I've seen what the competition is doing, so I've got a tablecloth. I've got prepared stuff. This is going to be an exclusive reveal for this podcast. I've not even revealed it on my own podcast, but we are going to have Talking Joe blind bags.
Oh, nice.
Which will look like this, which will be freebie giveaways to people at various points during the convention. So it's a baggie with a stamped Talking Joe logo. I got a stamp and been and so each one will have a comic in it, example, plus various other bits like a Talking Joe flyer thing and a Talking Joe trading card and a sticker, and then some packs will also have special stickers. I've got a roadblock have a cheesy day toasted cheese grilled sandwich sticker by Tom Riley, a foil Talking Joe sticker.
Ooh.
Oh, and I've also got the Kickley art Talkie Joe trading cards. So we'll have a bunch of those, which we'll be sort of distributing in various ways across the Joe Fest weekend. So
That's
yeah,
awesome. Very cool. Very, very cool. And Ronnie and Sharky got sick too. I want to blame Ronnie.
and
for
not
me
just in the
being
head.
sick. Yeah. Let's see. Next. That's the upcoming episode. It does look so cool.
Yeah. So what vehicle is that?
I wanna say the
Gary,
Ice Saber.
remind me, is it the Ice Saber? Yeah.
Uncle Clutch is here.
Hey.
So you'll be doing this today live.
That will
Eastern
be
time?
we'll be doing this one live. We've been fortunate enough to interview most of the creators for this one. So we had for Baroness, we talked to the writer Declan Shalvey, which was an interesting one because I hadn't read the book at that time, but it was still a good chat. And then we had the Crimson Guard creator, the Zartan creative team. Crimson Guard, Gabriel Hardman. The Zartan was Tom DeFalco and Pat Olive, and Tom DeFalco famously the editor of G.I. Joe when it launched in 1982. So that's the second time we've had him on. And then we had the Copperhead creator, and am I forgetting one? That might be it. So we've had 4 out of the 5 issues creative teams on, but we didn't get Firefly because Jorge Fornes didn't feel confident enough in his English that he wanted to do a full-blown interview. So unfortunately we got a no on that one, but 4 out of 5 ain't too bad.
No, very good.
There we
Yep.
go. So tip of the hat to my co-presenter, Tim. So there we are together at Joe Fest last year, sort of looking over the show floor.
Is that the
I
show
was
floor?
yeah. You could see the Super 7 booth. Somewhere behind me, I think, is the International Heroes booth with all of their Action Force toys.
With getting those media booths, how cool is it that we get in early?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
I can
I
see
love
my
that.
house
Quite the
from there.
perk.
I got a Skeletron and a Kraken figure before the show even started. It was such a good deal.
there was some of the goodies that I brought with me for
Oh my
the
gosh.
swap meet. So yeah, I brought across a few Action Force bits. I'm planning to do the same again this year.
And you said
That was
he's
moments
bringing-
before I came up to your room because I see my
Yeah.
comics there.
you said
Yeah,
you
half of
bring-
this went back home with Gary, I think.
And you said you was
Lucky
bringing
Gary.
Casey and I Robo Skulls this year, vintage ones.
Oh, like, I'll just bring this one for you, shall I? Is that okay?
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Very
teasing.
cool.
I'm
I love
jealous.
that.
I'm so jealous.
And yeah, there's just our I guess a couple of bits of art that we've had commissioned for the show. So this was Billy Penn, who has done some G.I. Joe Real American Hero for the IDW era, and he also did these like really cool sort of Larry Hama caricature sort of homage covers that he did. Like he did one of Hama sort of scaling down a building. Sort of in a tribute to issue 21 and that kind of thing. So I asked if he'd do something similar for us, for me and Tim. So he did this sort of recreation of, I think it's issue 6 or 7, where they're up against the October Guard. So yeah, we've used this as a sort of key piece of our branding ever since. So yeah, if you see me at Joe Fest, I'll give you a trading card with that little image.
Rex Ship said he wants a Roblox Have a Cheesy Day T-shirt.
Well, funny enough, I did. You might be able to see me with the Have a Cheesy Day T-shirt because I did make one with that same image, but that was a limited run of one.
Hey, collector's item now.
And then I think this might be the final one that I put on this slideshow, which is just Kickley. So Kickley is sort of an artist who's done a lot of these cool sort of painted G.I. Joe sort of tribute pieces and sort of sharing those on social media. And he's appeared at various cons. I think has he been at Joe Fest ever? I'm not sure, but I think he was at the last DFW, and maybe even Codename IR he might have been at as well. But yeah, really cool guy. We had him on the show and had a long interview with him. It's so long that actually that one we split up into 2 episodes, one for non-G.I. Joe and the other bit for G.I. Joe. And yeah, he did this cool bit of art for us, which yeah, again was last year's trading card.
So Rex Ship says it could still be limited to Talking Joe. Just make 1 or 2.
He's a tough negotiator.
He is. He is.
Yeah, shoot me an email, Rex Ship, and we'll see what we can do.
That's awesome. Yeah, you guys do it right. I love how you guys do your show.
Yeah.
Now, when I found you guys, it was on podcast only, so I was enjoying those. But then, like I said, you had that episode where you had the guy with the original art. And I'm like, well, I can't watch it through the through the podcast, so I jumped to YouTube and check it out. Awesome.
Yeah. We were mostly audio only up until that point, really, and then we sort of started doing a lot more episodes that were kind of a little bit more visual, and so we sort of started doing the odd one as kind of editing in images, but was kind of mostly just like audio, but then we'd stick in pictures on the top, and then we'd start doing these kind of these art collection kind of episodes where people would be sharing pieces of art from that, and that's so visual that you definitely need to see it as a visual YouTube episode, and then we sort of built up momentum, and now we're kind of YouTube for everything, and then but then I'll do a kind of an audio only edit so that we sort of make it more listenable as an audio only. So we'll sort of get rid of any kind of snafus or big pauses or where people are crashing their speech over the top of each other and that kind of thing. So I'll do that for most episodes.
We leave all that. It just adds character.
Yeah.
Casey
I do wonder much to myself how much people would actually notice if I stopped doing such a diligent job. But yeah.
No, you guys, like I said, you do a great job. I think it's funny. The first time I met Tim was the Joe Fest, maybe 2 or 3 Joe Fests ago. I'm not sure, but I stopped him in a hallway, and he kind of looked like, "What's this guy want?" I'm like, dude, I just want a picture, man. I love the show. He's like, okay. But it always stuck with me. It's so funny. But yeah, I think I met you the first time the year before last. You were shopping, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna stop him. I'm gonna get a picture. And you were just so nice about it. You even knew my name, and I was just like, really? Stuff like that impresses me. I don't know why.
Surprised me last year whenever you came up to me and was talking to me. I was like, he knows me. Oh my goodness. I was like, Shazam.
Yeah, I tried to play, I tried to remember people's names, but but it's there's that many people in the in the community
Sure.
that I've definitely got black spots where I'd sort of certain friend groups I'm less familiar with, or just I might recognize, but it'd be like the depths of my brain of like connect a name to that face, can be tricky sometimes.
For sure. Yeah, it happens all the time. It's just weird because I always tell my wife we talk, and somebody will text me and she's like, "Who's that?" I go, "One of my friends." And she's like, "From around here?" I'm like, "No, I don't have any friends around here."
So this is kind of a personal question.
Crash's words of wisdom. Love it.
Do you think in the Energon universe they'll unleash Snake Eyes?
That's a question to me. I think they will eventually, but I think they want a bit of delayed gratification for that. So I think they're going to build to it and then not rush it and make it a big thing when it happens, because you've been kind of waiting for it, and maybe it's been teased and you've been given some false misdirects. I think another element is that Snake Eyes is such a well-worn character that he kind of overwhelms the story to some degree a little bit because of that. And I think having Snake Eyes not there gives space to the other characters to do their thing, and we can explore their stories a bit more. But also it sort of like really makes a point of difference between the Energon universe, where we don't have a Snake Eyes, and Hama's A-Ra universe, where he's such an important point.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it works. I'm not in a hurry to see him there because we've seen so much of Snake Eyes, and I think it was part of the problem maybe with the Chuck Dixon universe, was that Snake Eyes probably overwhelmed that story to quite a big degree. I saw some interesting speculation about Snake Eyes in issue 21 that came out, was the last issue. That some people going, "Oh, it's issue 21. We're definitely going to see Snake Eyes," and I was thinking, we're definitely not. No. But the very last panel, it's got spoilers. It's got a bit of a character reveal, and I've seen some interesting speculation about what that panel might be. So could there be potentially some building of a backstory that you might tie back to Snake Eyes at some point? So yeah, I'll explore that in a sort of more spoilery place later down the line. But I don't think they can rush to it.
I'm enjoying the Snake Eyes not being in there. I really am, because I feel like the other characters are getting some love, and except for Roadblock, not Roadblock, but Rock and Roll, he didn't get a lot of love.
Got no love.
Spoilers.
Mm-hmm. Even like Duke, he's such a massive character, sort of in terms of toys, in terms of cartoons. But in terms of comics, he's been there quite a lot. He's been in the background, or he's had a leader role, but he's not had that many like stories where he's been that central focus. So yeah, it was fun to see him have a bit more of a, as it's such a significant character, just actually really hone in on him as really a key driver of the story, rather than just the guy who happens to be in charge of a particular mission.
I loved his miniseries. I thought the Duke miniseries was a great starting point. That when Cobra Commander came out at the same time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those two?
Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'll be nice.
As long as they don't make Baroness his, fiance and Cobra Commander. Well, they can't, because Cobra Commander is definitely not the Baroness's brother right now. So
I'm an issue behind. So
no, Crash. No, I do not.
Eric's love for Duke is understandable.
Just as Casey's for Airborne version 2.
Yeah,
there is no Airborne version 2. I'm tired of that rumor.
You've got it. Gary, I was talking to him the other day. I was like, You know, I got you that Airborne version 2 at Joe Fest, and you left it on the windowsill behind the booth. And Gary's like, I think Casey forgot this. I was like, I think Casey
Thanks,
purposely
Gary.
forgot that.
He's got a spot in my cabinet, still in the little what clamshell, but he's got a spot in there.
It's a
Behind
dark
the
corner.
Not a fan.
This is the Sky Patrol Patrick Swayze faced
Yeah,
Airborne.
they gave him a
true
different
Airborne.
name, I'd like him. But to take
It's
my
the-
favorite show of all time and give him the same name,
It's the true Airborne.
that's why I think IDW run they use Airborne in some spots that Marvel would never have. And I love the art from, I think his name is SL Gallant. I
Mhm.
think he does the best Airborne. So I'd like to get some original art of that. The only original art I got from G.I. Joe is a Robert Atkins that his brother inked,
Mhm.
but it's still pretty cool. I like it.
I've got a page that Robert Atkins penciled. It's really good.
Yeah, I got a couple from Shearer, his inks over SL Gallant.
Hmm.
So I got a couple of those.
Yeah, I love that stuff. And the bug didn't get me till I watched that episode, by the way. I blame Mark. Finally, I was enabled by someone. I'm not the enabler. But what do you have coming up? Because we're closing in on an hour, and I know you got stuff to do today. What do you got
We've
coming up, Mark?
got where are we at? We're at so we've just had the Free Comic Book Day. Energon Universe Special was the last episode that we did. We were joined by Chris McLeod, and we did a deep dive into that. And that was fun. I find those Energon Universe specials really interesting because they seem to be like this sort of end of year point. So it's like end of year 3 for the Energon universe, and they sort of create sort of the previous year kind of, you know, it creates a cap for it, and then it kind of leads into what's happening next. So you've got and yeah, it's really the case for that. They have the lead into Mask. Like if you want to read Mask, you need to read the Energon Universe special because it's basically Mask issue 0. And that's looking like a lot of fun. Even though I'm not really a Mask guy, I don't know a huge amount of stuff about it, but I'm enjoying what they're doing with it. They've got in Void Rivals. It's kind of been off in the other side of the galaxy, you know, on their own thing. And Python has been in that book, but it's mostly been like a Transformers book and sort of off doing its own thing. Whereas now they're teasing that is going to come to Earth. So you kind of that book might become a little bit more relevant to the Earthbound adventures of the Joe team. And then you've got Transformers. They've set up an interesting kind of mystery about this female character across these 4 pages in a silent story that we all love. And and then the Joe story. I think they only had 6 issues, but they did 6 pages, but they did so much with it, and it was all a kind of a Zartan origin, basically, that they crammed into like a really condensed view and sort of setting up what's happening with Zartan in the Energon universe. So yeah, we'll be continuing to cover the Energon universe. We normally, for both ARA and the Energon G.I. Joe book, we normally cover those as a live stream on Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. And so we typically do it as a live stream, then sort of drop it as an audio only as well, then the following week. So we'll do those as they come out. We'll also cover Mask issue 1, at least, when that comes out. And we should be talking to the creative team ahead of that as well. So Piper, the artist, and Dan Waters, who had previously written Destro. And then that's the most of the stuff that's lined up. And beyond that, it's sort of our key milestone will be Joe Fest. So I like to try and fit in as much as I can for Joe Fest. So sort of recording panels, talking to some of the creators, and there's a really good lineup of guests this year. So hopefully I'll be able to get to spend a bit of time with some of those guys, particularly Chris Mooneyham, and my mind's going blank now. The Rod Wiggum. And top tip, folks, if you want a really cool signed book, you could get legitimately signatures from Rod Wiggum, Larry Hama, and Chris Mooneyham on the same book for multiple titles. So for the Hama Files books, those which are reprints of the Marvel issues, Hama obviously writes those. Mooneyham does the cover B, I want to say, and B. And then Rod Wiggum has done multiple of those issues, and also for A Real American Hero issue 325, Rod Wiggum did a variant cover, again the cover B wraparound cover for that, and Mooneyham did the interiors. So there's a few issues where you could sort of walk away with multiple creators signing the same issue if you're into collecting signatures on comic books.
It's nice. It's awesome.
That is cool.
Very, very cool. Gary, what do you got coming up?
I have a 5th generation fighter review. I've been working on probably for the better part of a month, doing research. It's a G.I. Joe toy. If you were at Joe Fest and you were hanging around with me, you'll know which G.I. Joe fighter it is. But this one's been percolating for a long time, Casey. And I think it's going to be worth it. It's a toy that I think most Joe fans should get. Cool. I'm not gonna announce it because it'll probably be close to Joe Fest when I finally have it recorded and edited at this point. But yeah, Joe Fest is the big one. Really just got to talk to you what we want to when we're going to get together and do some more stuff. Mark, I will tell you this. Casey hates me because you guys do such a good job with comics. Casey's like, I want to talk more comics. And it's just like, have you ever listened to Talking Joe?
Yeah.
It's like, it's hard. It's like, it's not like I want to be competition with you, but it's kind of hard to like be another voice when you guys cover things so well. Oh. And you guys, and I will say this, Talking Joe has the best creator interviews. I love listening to your creator interviews. I might get behind on the issues, like listening to a review on an issue, but it's like, Tom DeFalco comes on, boom, it's listened to, the silent issues things. I listen to those. It's just the way you guys typically ask questions that you don't hear anywhere else. And that if anybody watching this isn't subscribed to Talking Joe, after we close out, go on to Talking Joe's YouTube site, click follow, click the sub, hit the notifications. It is such a great show to listen to if you love comics.
Oh, yes. Thank you. It's really kind.
Well, agreed, 100%. But also, Gary, we'd love to have you and the After Action Report guys on the show. We've had them before, but we'd like to have you all.
Yep.
We can talk about the new book.
Yeah.
So we'll see if we can't set that up.
I had a question for Gary before we move on, which was which is calling back to something you said earlier in the episode. You talked about a big shoulder era of G.I. Joe. Is that common phraseology to refer to that era of G.I. Joe, or is that something that?
I guess it's
because it's great. It sort of it brings it immediately.
Yeah, it's New Sculpt era. It's that in between era after really the O-rings left, and to the modern era of 2007. They actually came out with some great stuff. They came out with an accurate Humvee. Again, it's out of reach. And I bought it because it's just like, I reviewed the Brawler a few years ago, and it's like the Humvee inspired by Joe toy, like the Rattlers inspired by an A10 Warthog. But it's like, okay, well, now we have real things that are like with G.I. Joe branded. So it's in the wheelhouse of the podcast. And I bought it. and I'm waiting to do an unboxing. I got a new setup I'm working on in my basement. Part of the reason why it's torn apart. And but like, yeah, it's just like I want to start getting into some of this new Sculpt Arrow stuff because nobody's talking about it. It's like the 82 to 94 is great. It is the standard of toys, you know, but they did some great stuff afterwards. And you know, nobody's talking about it. So let me look at it. I know nobody's going to watch it or listen to it. But
You don't know that.
honest to God, yeah. I will say my Conquest of Cobra Mountain playset is by far my most watched video. So there is a hunger for this kind of content because the toys are 25 years old now. So it's like it's ripe. It's ripe for a revisit. So, and you know,
Ben 10 is coming back as a nostalgia product, as a nostalgia comic. It's like, what? How's that possible? Because when my kids were young, the Big Tin was massive. Oh, hold on. How old are my kids? So.
Yeah, it's, you know, Phineas and Ferb is, you know, that's another thing. That was early 2000s, and it came back. So it's kind of like us in 2001 when Devil's Due started publishing again G.I. Joe. You know, that this is about that age where nostalgia and stuff comes on. So it's definitely cyclical. So Ben 10 is part of that. You know, Kim Possible can't be far behind.
Now, Phineas and Ferb had the best cartoon song. I loved it.
And I love Ben 10. So love the cartoon.
Yeah, it was great style to it. It was felt like that kind of Bruce Timm kind of Batman animated kind of flavor to it. It was
All right. Well, we'll start rambling if I don't end this. Mark, thank you so much for carving out the time for us. I know there was a mix-up, all on me. Gary, always good to see you, buddy.
Always good to see you.
Casey, I got to dock your pay now.
Now I make 0. All right, everybody in the chat, thank
We're
you
all
so
working
much.
for Hillbilly here, just so you guys all know. This is all for Hillbilly.
He's the puppet master. All right, everybody, have a great weekend.